Beachbody, who was one of the big sponsors of us, this great guy, Carl Deichler, who does this thing called Beachbody. It's this kind of diet exercise program.
Beachbody.com.
Beachbody.com. We love him. He's amazing. He gave us $50,000. He said, if you raise another 50, I'll give you one more 50. So basically, we'd have 150. So Caroline's job was to raise $50,000 from the audience. So
in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, in 10 minutes. So she was auctioning off my friend. Jay Landers gave us sheet music signed by Josh Groban and Barbara Streisand. There was amazing stuff. Ellen tickets. My friend Andy Lassner gave me Ellen tickets. Finally, we were so devastated over Darren Criss because he was going to sing Close to You because it was Christian Chenoweth's song. And I was like, what the hell are we going to do with Close to You? Because he was going to be at the beginning of the show, and now the song makes no sense. And that morning I said to James, I said, wait a minute, what about if Caroline Rhea auctions off a chance for someone from the audience to come on stage and Darren Criss will sing Close to You to that person? So we're like, we're going to move the song to the middle of the show. So Caroline Rhea is like, here's your chance. Glee star is going to sing Close to You right to your face. So this woman bids for her kid. She's a 7-year-old kid. She goes, I'll give like $1,000. And this other woman's like, well, I'll give 2. So it goes back and forth, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, it's up to like 7,000. Darren comes on stage. He's like, it's too much money. So you're having an anxiety attack. He goes, how about I play the piano or do a song from Glee also? It's because he felt guilty for, I guess, having them pay that much to be with him. I'm like, no, it's fine. So finally, it's going higher and higher. It's up to like 11,000 each. And we're like, okay, he's going to do 2 songs. I said, how about you each give 15,000, which by the way, they did not say it all. I upped it to 15. Let's give 15, and I'll sing 2 songs. And they both agreed. And we raised $30,000 for that one thing. And the kid came on stage. And the point of that story, and which the reviews, the point of that story is what James and I want to say. And even this whole event. So yes, we didn't get the money restored, but who knows what amazing things will happen. And yes, Kristen Chenoweth dropped out because she got sick, and we were traumatized. The show's going to be ruined because of it. Instead, it wound up being such an incredible. First of all, it raised $30,000. It was such an unbelievable moment, and literally the Variety review was like, the highlight of the show is Darren Criss singing Close to You. It's one of those things where you think the worst is going to happen, and if you just sort of like hope for the best can happen.
I want to say one more thing.
Yes, please.
There were a lot of highlights for that day.
I know, I'm still on the verge of tears too.
There were a couple of things. It was such an emotional. The show itself, so much fun. I was able to really enjoy it. But there were times that for me that during the rehearsal, that I would take the kid. They were in the audience, and I would say, okay, this is where you're going to go, and here's your speech. And there were times I had to take some deep breaths because I would be with them in the wings, and I would just say, okay, this is when you go on stage. And I knew that it was a moment that would always be with them. And of course, we all have obstacles in our lives, and that there would be many more for them, but that they would always hold on to this, that their voice was heard, and that they were on a Broadway stage. And I thought, oh my God, I'm making this happen.
Yes, it was your idea.
And it was really incredible. The other incredible moment was this young woman that I met again a month earlier, and she's hard. I don't know her whole story, but she's obviously been through a lot of trauma, and but she's also a big Darren Criss fan. And she went over to me. Darren was rehearsing on stage with you, and she was like, I love Darren. And I saw Darren start to exit, and I said, you come on. And I grabbed her hand, and we ran through the audience, and I saw Darren exit. And I said, Darren, I want to introduce you to someone. And I introduced them, and Darren gave her the biggest hug and talked to her for 5 minutes as if he had all the time in the world. And she said, I'm so nervous, and that I'm meeting you. I can't believe I'm meeting you. And he said, I feel the same way about Tina Fey when I meet her later. And he said, we all have those moments. And I fell in love with her, fell in love with Darren. There were many, many moments like that, but that was definitely a highlight for me.